Good evening, everyone. This is Parvati, HR manager from 360 Digit NG, and today here I am, trying to give a session on resume building, and would like to know how a resume should not be prepared. Just give me a moment. Let me share the screen. Hope you people are able to see my screen. Um, so today I would like to let you all know how their resume should not be prepared and what are the do's and don'ts when you should need to follow when you are preparing a resume. So coming to resume preparation, whenever you want to create a resume, basic things such as side headings and different fonts, font sizes, all these things should be taken care of. I mean that I have been observing that in many of the resumes there are of different fonts, different colors, different sizes, which reflect a very wrong precedence. Please remember one thing, that resume is your face. When a potential employer or recruiter is not looking at you, they're not directly interacting with us. They are looking at our resume first. They would rather know about a profile before speaking to us. They are looking at our resume first. So resume should not give a wrong precedence. Okay. What I would like to say is the potential employer recruiter is not looking at you. They are looking at your resume, and this reflects your face. Okay. You should ensure that the basic housekeeping things should be taken care properly. The housekeeping tasks should be taken care properly. Okay. Ensure that font size, font color, and font type for all the side headings is the same. I mean to say, for all the sections, like here the educational qualifications, the work experience, career objective, and all. For all these things, the font size or the font color or the font type you are using should be the same. And next thing is you need to keep in mind is heading of the sections must be of a bigger font than that of the text within that. Okay, it doesn't look, see, if the heading of that particular resume, I mean to say the heading in that particular resume is of the same size of that the text within it. Okay, the heading should be of different size, whereas the text within the text within the heading should be of less than the side heading. Okay, both the side heading and the text within it should not be of the same size. And next, coming to the grammar, you should take care of the grammar, the grammatical mistakes. Okay, these small or silly grammatical mistakes will take you down completely. Okay, for example, this any sentence which is supposed to be um, ended up with a full stop should be taken care of. And nowadays we have grammar check. I mean to say Grammarly. We have no spell check in Word documents and Google Docs as well, right? So please make use of it. Whenever you are writing a wrong spelling and all, it will obviously pop up, right? So these things should be taken care of. And also dates. There should be some kind of what to say uh, mm, um, consistency you should follow when you are writing the dates. Okay, if it is 01 space if you're you should, if you are following 01/01/oblique 2021, then it should be the same all in the entire resume. Okay, if you are writing 01-01-2022, then it should be the same, entire the same. Either use hyphen or use oblique. Okay, either use hyphen or you can use oblique. In some places they in some cases they have I've seen, like, they write the resumes like 01 space, um then oblique, then 01 oblique 2022, something like this. So such kind of inconsistency should be taken care of. Okay, full stop should be taken care of. I totally understand the session might sound like an English session. Yes, then it is. Yes, these things will help you build a better resume. Okay. And one more thing should be which should be taken care of is braces or brackets. When you're using brackets, also see that you're using properly. Wherever required, use it. Okay. Wherever not required, better not. No, I mean, use it in a proper manner. When if suppose you're using braces for a word, then make sure you give a single space. Okay. And then separated by a comma also when you're completing the word. Sometimes double spaces are seen. So please cross check such things, because it reflects your face basically. Okay. Proper cases should be used, and proper sentences. Okay. And proper sentences should be ended with a full stop. And if it is not a bullet point, make sure it is not. Yeah, and if it is not a bullet point, then make sure it is ended with a full stop. And if you have bullet points, then bullet point should not end with a full stop. But if it is a paragraph, as I said, then it should be ended with a full stop. Okay. Next, coming to name of the college, all the proper nouns should be in a proper case. Okay. See, how does it reflect when you put uppercase somewhere, lowercase somewhere, and not using proper case at all? Okay, will give a very wrong precedence, isn't it? It will create a very wrong impression. Okay, so all these things should be taken care of. There should be consistency. You need to maintain that consistency everywhere. It should be consistent. So when you try to manage, or when you try to avoid silly mistakes on your profile and all, it seems like you have created a better profile. Okay, these are the few basic housekeeping things you need to take care of. Okay. And coming to some some few key skills, like if there are skills like where you don't know how to write them, and even you're not aware how should we how should we put it on a resume, better take the help of Google. Right. For example, if you are writing MS PowerPoint, okay, some write MS PP, or some write as MSP point. Actually, how do you write it? Microsoft, that is MS Power, P capital, and point P capital. And one thing I could say is, if you are in doubt, and whenever we are in doubt, we need to make a little search. Okay, you I would suggest, if you are in doubt, please do that basic search, and it is nothing wrong in doing that basic search. Okay. Yes, these things look, these things look like basic things, and even the people who are screening a profile also, they look at these basic things. And if suppose, if I am coming across for a resume which is no which is such inconsistent for a position where I am recruiting for, when I come across such a shabby resume, I would definitely think, like, right, like how shabby that person would be. That person is not aware of the basic grammar, and he's not maintaining that consistency. And obviously, anyone in my place also would be thinking that, how inconsistent that person is, whom we are going to hire for our organization, right? And I don't know if you people are aware or not, but yeah, you know what? HRs or HR professionals or recruiters, whoever are screening your profiles, or whoever are seeing your profiles at the initial level, they are trained on all these basic things. Companies train them on these kind of basic things. Okay, so that when they find the resumes which are just shabby or no, not up to the mark, they just ignore such profiles. Okay. So yeah, this is how you need to follow a couple of basic things while preparing your profile. Next, projects. Like, uh, how should you write a project? See here, one moment. See here, as I said, you could see, right? Familiar with MySQL, MySQL, but it should be written as M should be capital, Y should be capital, and SQL should be capital. Here, see, you can see, right? Python for data science. Data science, D should be capital, S should be capital. Okay. Project. See, title has been given, description has been given, role, that's it. But this is not the way to write a project. Project never, you should know, project is the thing, because usually the freshers will be, because the freshers will doing the projects, right? You will be judged based upon your projects. You will be, I mean, you will be not having any previous experience, prior experience, right? So your resumes will be taken into account on the projects you have done, the projects you have delivered, the projects you have deployed. You will be given the assessments also, and the interview questions also will be based on your projects. So how should you write your projects? Okay, project name, project description. It never should be a one liner, or project should not ever and never end with a one liner. Okay, should start with as a project description. It should be a one liner. You can write a one line description about your own project. And next, for example, you can take the example, like, briefly explain about it. Like, if suppose you're doing a project for SBI, we can also mention as a leading bank in India has a problem, that a lot of customers are churning out to private banks. This is the business problem, right? And next, you will be writing the technical solutions. In the technical solutions field, in the field of technical solutions, you will be talking about the algorithms used. And I'm very much sure that you should have used cocktail model, or your unsupervised learning techniques. And in that, you should have used clustering, and within clustering you should have used DB-scan. Whatever you have used, please mention that. Coming to supervised techniques, what did you use? Mention that. Neural network or any other techniques. What techniques did you use? Like XGB, I think no, extreme gradient boosting. Mention them. The deadline. I mean, at the end of the day, the theme is your project should be as elaborated as possible, and it never should be ended in a single line. Okay, please make sure about it, because the thing is, you will be judged on the projects you have done, the quality of the projects you have done. Okay, like what have you mm, what what real time experience you had working on those projects. Based upon all these, you will be judged. And when you coming to the technical solution, you can also mention if it is a cloud implementation or premise implementation. Uh, you need to mention if it is a cloud implementation. That is obvious, because the world is moving towards cloud, right? And if you have done, and if you have worked on a project on cloud implementation, definitely it would be added advantage. So if you have used it, please mention that, because it will be noticed by the recruiters, right? Next, along with the business problem, uh, the technical solutions, algorithms, you can also add the tools you have used. Tools like, have you used Python, or have you used R, and what kind of libraries you have used. Everything can be included. Okay. Lastly, you can end it with the business project. For example, this particular project, you can give it as, by doing this project, there was a reduction in the customer churn by maybe 13%. Please put the realistic numbers. Okay. Do not put the fake numbers. Fake info is not required. We here, I mean, we require the genuine numbers, okay, the realistic numbers. We are here to represent what we have learned in a better manner, right? Isn't it? So you shouldn't give the fake information. Next, this is how you have to project your projects. Okay, give me a moment, please. Yeah. So this is how you should put your project, and this is how your project should be. And imagine if you are done with 4 projects, and if you have given a detailed information about each and every project. Okay, see how good your profile will look, and know how people will feel happy seeing your resume, right? They would definitely feel good, right, seeing your profile. So your project will be looking as elaborated as possible, and you'll not be having any grammatical mistakes and all, right? So this is the way you have to prepare your profile. Because another thing is, nowadays, which is the trend is, when you are preparing your resumes and shortlisting them and sending it across to your, I mean, uploading in the different job portals and sending it to the POCs for the recruitment and all, there are organizations which are using, you know, some kind of tools or applications which are based on machine learning or AI. No, when you put your resume or when you submit your profile, the application will be giving the scoring on your profile, and the scoring based upon your profile. They would be they would be giving the scoring, like where your profile stands, what is missing in your profile, what should be added in your profile. This is a trend which is going on nowadays, that whatever template you are using, make sure it looks professional when you are, writing, preparing your profile and all. The template which you choose should be professional. Okay, so these are the things you need to keep in mind when you are doing writing your projects and when you are preparing your profile. Next, if there are few more things which we want you all to focus on when you are working, when you are, learning the data science course from Perspective 360 GMT. Those few things are like, if you are done with your assignments, then you can download the certificate, right? You can download the certificate from our LMS. By downloading, please don't just keep it on your desktop. Um, as you are learning data science for upskilling yourself, you need to project yourself too. So you need to project yourself in such a way that your profile reaches the maximum audience. So you need to do post them on LinkedIn, or you can post them on job portals, so that it will reach the potential recruiters or employees who are trying to recruit people. And we also, from our end, we ensure that it is liked by our team so that it reaches the wider audience. Okay, make a note of it. And now, next thing is, yeah, once you are done all these things, you'll go and update your resume on various job portals like Monster, Naukri, and all, right? And whenever you are updating your profile couple of times, I don't know if you are aware or not, the resume would the resume which will pop up first is the one which gets updated very frequently, which gets, I mean, where the activity is more, where the recent activity seen is more, no, such resumes get shortlisted. I mean, such it means that I mean, the resumes who have been updating or no activities seen recently, it means that you are actively looking for a job. Okay. Next thing is we have accreditation with IBM. So you can follow the same process. You can get another certificate, that will be certificate number 2. Please don't wait and go update them. And the beauty is that you update your profile, which means you are actively looking for a job. Okay. And if you are a fresher, it is no harm in specifying it the subject line or title, or saying that you are looking for an open job and you are looking out for a change or looking for a new opportunity, looking out for a new assignment, something like this. Okay. Next, if you're enrolled for a professional course, you'll also get certificate from UTM, which is one of the top-notch university in Malaysia. And yeah, again, please don't wait. Go ahead and publish on LinkedIn, Naukri, Monster, wherever needed, wherever in whatever job portals you want to update it. Please go and do that. Okay. And next, coming to the projects, you'll be also working on live projects, either from Panasonic or in a Datatix, and you are entitled to work on 4 projects, 2 plus 2, right? 2 on data science and 2 on AI plus DL. That is, I would like to say, rather on data, no, sorry, deep learning. Okay. When you do the presentations, post it on your LinkedIn. By doing this, you will be notifying the potential employers. Okay. Please update on LinkedIn and portals as well. This will increase the amount of visibility you are taking care to show that you are looking out for a new assignment or a new project, isn't it? It means that you're actively looking for a new job. You are ready to work. And if you're not doing all the such kind of things and you're simply looking out for a job, then trust me, you will not get shortlisted, or your profile will get shortlisted. So even you have to put in your efforts so that your resume gets shortlisted. Okay. And after project completion, you'll get a certificate from Inadata too. By this time, you should be having 7 certificates and 4 project details to be updated on LinkedIn or any of the job portals, right? So altogether, you should have, almost around 11 times updated your profile, or made changes on your profile, or posted on LinkedIn or job portals, whatever it is. It should be almost 11 times, 10 to 11 times, right? And this is in a span of just 2 to 3 months. Am I correct? This will be in a span of 2 to 3 months. And this shows that you are active. Rather, I would say hyperactive. You are looking for a new position. And this is how the process goes on. Once your resume pops up first, the recruiter will try to reach you, and then, yeah, from there the interview process starts. Okay. So these are the things, these are the basic housekeeping things you need to take care of. um, the silly mistakes will take you down completely. So make sure you're mm, taking care of all the basic housekeeping things. And also projects, as I said, keep them as elaborated as possible. There should never be a one-liner theme kind of projects. Okay. So this is how you need to write the projects. This is how you need to update your profile. This is how you need to make sure you're reaching the maximum audience. Okay. And yeah, as I said, yeah, please do make sure of the templates you're using to draft your resumes. Okay. um, and the color combinations, the fonts, the font types, the font sizes, all these things also should be taken care of. Okay. On a serious note, all these things also should be taken care of. Your profile, I mean, when they look at your resume, it should look professional enough. Not that it should look like a greeting card or a wedding card or invitation. Okay. uh, with all the borders and all. No. Okay. It should be as simple as possible, but you need to give the entire information as we discussed, in a precise manner. Make sure we follow this. Okay. So this is how we need to prepare a resume, and these are the things you need to do, and which I also said, like, with what things you are not supposed to do while preparing your resume. Okay. So let me check if I have any questions for me. Give me a moment, please. Yeah, I have a question for me asking Akshay is asking for the sample resume. Akshay, there is no such a sample resume. These are the resumes which I got for my own no, review and all. So I thought I could share such sample resumes with you all so that you can also know about the corrections to be done. So yeah, as I said, there is no sample resume like you need to prepare your resume in the similar manner. Your resume should look the same way. These things, these are not the things. Yeah, these are not the mandatory things because there is no such thing called a sample resume. Your resume should look professional enough to apply for the jobs, but no, there is no one template which you should follow to prepare your resume. Okay, let me see if I have any other questions too. Yeah, I have another question asking, how feasible for working professional to be this much active on LinkedIn, considering association with the organization. No, I understand this. The thing which I was telling for was for especially for freshers as well as for the experienced people also. And here, no, I don't think so. It would affect the organization you're working with. Like, if I'm not wrong, I mean, understanding your resume. Sorry, your question, because, sorry, Viraj. Um, yeah, you can definitely be active because you are learning data science to just upskill yourself, right? Whatever you're learning, you are trying to upskill yourself. So it is no harm in being active on LinkedIn, showing that you have done this activity and you have done this project, or you're working on this activity or doing this project and all. So there is no harm in to be active on LinkedIn. I hope I understood your question in a correct manner. Okay, I hope I have answered your queries. I have no more questions for me. I could see that. So yeah, thank you so much for joining the session. We'll meet you all next week at the same time, and we'll come up with a few more couple of sample resumes. Thank you so much once again and have a happy weekend ahead. Thank you all.